Hello and welcome to our latest Mango video. The world has changed somewhat since our last episode. The UK has entered an unprecedented lockdown in response to the coronavirus pandemic that is sweeping the globe. My name is Jodie Reid from Penarth Management Limited and we are approved Mango partners. The country may have entered a period of lockdown, but lockdown does not remove company obligations to manage compliance. So today I wanted to look at how Mango has an invaluable role to play in helping to maintain compliance and communication. So firstly, when disaster strikes within the organisation, it's important to remember that people are at the heart of everything. So you're going to want to be able to communicate with your employees, with your customers and your suppliers. Mango allows you to hold contact details for each of these key groups. And communication is very much a key part of managing business continuity in such circumstances. For communicating with employees, I also want to draw your attention to the announcement module. This module allows you to create an announcement to go out to any group of employees that you want. So let's say that we're going to call this message lockdown. Let's make it a government imposed one. We will publish it once it has been written. Now, obviously, the key parts of the message are stay home, stay safe, protect the NHS. That's the mantra we're hearing every day. Now, this is really important information. So the system gives us the ability to change the colour of the font, change the strength of the font. We can change the type, the weight. Key messages there, and then if we want to add some additional information, please join a video conference. Add your details to your preferred system in there. Obviously, this is a big issue. We need to let everybody know simultaneously, so we're going to click all and we're going to save. That has now sent out a message to the entire workforce as long as their details were logged into the HR module. If you have to scale down your activities in response to this unprecedented lockdown, you may be considering laying off your staff temporarily, perhaps taking advantage of the government's job retention furlough scheme. Those employees are not permitted to work under that scheme, but they are permitted to undertake training. Now, we've previously recorded a video on how to use the assessment module, so rather than cover the same ground again, I'll provide a link to that video in the blog post that accompanies this video. This could be the ideal time to take some of your existing in-house materials and translate that into online content for your workforce and perhaps introduce some e-assessments so that you have a competent workforce ready to resume work just as soon as this lockdown is lifted. We don't yet know how long this lockdown period is going to last. What we do know is that it may not be possible to undertake some of the compliance tasks that would ordinarily be completed within that period. But the events module gives us the ability to know for certain what those tasks are. I'm going to create a new report and I'm going to call it lockdown tasks. I'm going to want to know about the event, the detail, and its due date. That's going to give me a nice, simple report. I'm going to want to report on everything from the date the lockdown started. And whilst we don't know the end date, let's say for argument's sake that we'll allow 3 months. And I'm going to save that report, which means I can pull up the same thing again at any stage. In the meantime, I've actually got a slightly shorter list of activities than I might otherwise have expected for a 3-month period. So that's good already. It's starting to feel much more manageable than if I'd looked at everything. Some of the tasks, like the health and safety policy, can probably be done safely from home and still be completed on time. Other activities, like an insurance renewal, may involve communication with an external provider, one of your suppliers. But again, potentially, that should be achievable to keeping that task on time as well. That inevitably leaves a smaller list of physical activities where it may not be possible to carry out the checks, the inspections, the tests, whatever it may be in that time frame. But rather than come back to a dashboard that's wildly out of control with everything turning red, you can proactively manage these things. Let's take a look at this ergonomics survey, for instance. So this ergonomics survey is currently in date and in control, but left unchecked, this would be turning red on your dashboard. Rather than face that, we can do something about it. Now let's say it's 3 months, 1, 2, 3, before we can get back in there. What we can do is add a note. Delayed 3 months due to coronavirus pandemic. And once we save that, it means that you will have the justification for why you've had to delay something by such a long period of time. It will give the assessor confidence that you've managed this proactively, because it will be date stamped, and you'll be able to return to work without a sea of red on the dashboard. So I hope that's given you an insight into some of the ways that Mango can help you stay compliant, especially in this lockdown period. So all that remains to be said is stay home, stay safe, and let's protect our fabulous NHS.